Hello YouTube, Rick here from North Augusta, South Carolina. This is my CMP rifle. It's what I use in competition with iron sights. Anyway, 20 inches, HB barrel, 1 7 twist, 5.56 NATO. You get the carry handle with the sights, the A2 style sights and everything. Anyway, it's a real heavy barrel. I think I paid $174 for the upper receiver, which was from Bear Creek Arsenal, and the lower receiver is a Palmetto State Armory A2 lower receiver, and I went with the A2. It was about 160 bucks. So anyway, should be pretty good at the range. I'm going to battle sight 0 at 25 meters using iron sights. You know, you want your elevation is on your front sight, and your windage is on your rear sight, and you got some elevation on it too, depending on where you're at. Goes out to 1,000 yards. With this sight, you can adjust it out to 1,000 yards. I really like the carry handle sights on the AR-15. Say the maximum effective range is 500 meters, but I beg to differ on that. I've hit steel at 1,000 meters with 223. 62 grain green tips. It's still silhouette, 31 inches tall by 18 inches wide. So if you can ring steel at 1,000 meters with AR-15 223, you're doing pretty good. Anyway, the scope I've selected for this CMP match is the Hilux XTC. It's a little 1:4 by 34 power scope. It's got a lighted reticle. I'll include a picture of the reticle toward the end of the video when you're looking at the still photos. Anyway, got this sight. I wanted to get up over the front sight post, a little high, but that's no problem. I think it'll work just fine for me. I'm the one shooting it, so you know, it'll reflect on my scorecard. I like to get them down low on the flat rail, but because of this front sight, I thought about hacking it off, but then I wouldn't be able to shoot in a competition with the iron sights. So I want to use this rifle for both the scoped competition and the iron sight competition. So hopefully that'll work out. You know, you go out to 600 yards with the CMP match. You know, targets from 100 to 600. So I'm not really too worried about that scope being too high off the barrel. I just want to get over that front sight post. It was bothering me, so maybe I'll get another upper and just hack the front sight off. And just leave the gas block and just do away with the front sight altogether. I could do that. 20 inches is the longest barrel length they'll allow you to have. You got to have stock flash suppressor. You could be without a flash suppressor also. You don't have to have a flash either. But it's got to have a front sling swivel. And it's got to be at the 6 o'clock position. It can't be on the side. So that's that. That's the way their rules are set up. So I like shooting the Fiocchi 55 grain bowtail bullet. I find that it's a very accurate bullet, 55 grain full metal jacket bow tail. I killed a bazillion pigs with it, making headshots out to 100 yards with the on pigs. So it kills just fine. I killed 3 pigs with one shot from a 62 grain green tip at about 50 meters. The pigs lined up in a corn pile, and they were right in a row. So I shot one about an inch below his ear, went through his head, entered the other pig's head, went through that pig's head, and hit the third pig's head and went through it too. So that 62 grain bullet, green tip, that with the penetrator, that's a badass round. Yeah, 3,300 feet per second, I'd say. It really rang their chime. But all 3 pigs were dead right there in a row, just a pile. So I turned them off. Like one of my Mexican friends said to me, he calls me El Lobo the wolf. He says, El Lobo blew out his candle. So anyway, we got the 3 pigs with one shot. That was pretty impressive. I was trying to get 4 to line up, but they never did. So 3 is my best. I got several with one shot, 2 kills, but never one shot, 3 kills. So I got 1 shot, 3 kills with the pigs, all lined up in a row. Pigs around here, the average pig is about 100 pounds. But they go from, I've killed them 20 pounds. I've killed the little piglets too. I'm in the eradication business. They're destroying the crops around the state of South Carolina and property. I was hired to eradicate them. Me and 2 other guys I work with, between all of us, I personally killed 85 pigs, 14 coyotes. They killed, between them 2, 100 pigs. So that's 185 pigs that won't be reproducing this year. 50 of them that I killed were sows of breeding age that had youngins with them too. They had piglets. So I really target the sows because the sow has 2 litters a year. 2 litters a year equals 1,000 pigs, folks. They're not little cute little creatures you think they are. They destroy and eat everything. So very destructive. They're a predator too. They will prey on animals. They're not an omnivore. They don't just eat fruits and vegetables. They will eat meat. They will eat carrion, roadkill. They will attack baby deer. They will eat baby birds, ground nesting birds such as turkey and quail. They'll eat their eggs, destroy their nest, and even try and grab one of the birds, an adult bird. So they've gone after them. But the babies, the little chicks, they have no chance of defense from the pigs when they go after them. The pigs catch them and devour them. They eat them. I've even seen a pig with a baby deer in his mouth, a little fawn. Couldn't have been more than a few days old. But anyway, saw a big boar running with it in its mouth, and I busted him too. So I got him, and he had a little baby deer. So that little baby deer, I buried it. I didn't want them to eat that little deer. So, but I nailed that hog. 223 smokes them up nice. I like the 223. It's a good cartridge. All the BS artists that are calling for 300 Win Mag on a pig and all of that stuff, that's a bunch of malarkey. You don't need a big caliber to shoot them pigs. A pig will fall I've killed them with a 22 long rifle at 60 yards, headshots with a little 22. it takes them right down. I mean, turns their light out. Anyway, from North Augusta, South Carolina, this is Rick, Black Rifle. Hope to see you on the C&P match. I want to get out there. I got to get out there and zero this. Get a battle sight zero. I have 25 meters. Once I do that, I'll get out and zero again at 100 meters, get it fine-tuned in, and then I'll just go with my adjustments from 100 with the metal sight. So I won't have to make any upward adjustment. So once you got that 25 meter battle sight zero done, you should be hitting somewhere around the center of a target at 300 meters. So we hope to get it all squared away, and here's your scope, the Hilux, the XTC 1-4 by 34. This one's got a lighted reticle. It's a little circle with an X in it. It's green in color. You can get them in red too. This is made by Hilux specifically for the across the course competition C&P service rifle competition. So that's what it's made for. And this is my C&P rifle that I will use to compete with. I'll use it with iron sights and with the scope. So until I get something done about this front sight post, I wish that was collapsible. That'd be nice. But if I buy another upper, I'll probably buy another upper with a 1 1/8 twist, and take a sawzall to it, and or a bandsaw, cut it on a bandsaw, and just cut the sight off. I don't know about replacing this gas block with another glass block. I think that'd be a pain in the ass. So I just cut it off on the next upper, and I'll have 2 C&P rifles. From South Carolina, North Augusta. Bye-bye. Okay, gang, here I am, Rick, Black Rifle in South Carolina, back with the C&P rifle with the scope on it. As you can see, it's easy to remove the carry handle and the integral sight. Anyway, this mount lifts the scope enough up so on 4 power I don't see any of that front sight. So I just leave it on 4 power. Actually, on 3.5 power, the sight's gone. So at 4 power, it's totally gone. So between 1 and 3.5 power, you can see the scope in the front sight and the scope. You can co-witness it, but it bothers me. I don't like that. So I'm going to do it the way I like. Anyway, I don't care what you armchair warriors think. I only care what I think and how I do it. You want to take my advice, take it. If you don't, the hell with you. Anyway, this is my C&P rifle. I hope to shoot this in competition and civilian competition in the service rifle matches. So this is what I plan to do with this rifle here. I, however, have built a Overwatch rifle. It'll be in my next video. A 24-inch barreled Bear Creek Arsenal upper. It's a government barrel, but it's 24 inches long, 1 7 twist. It's heavy toward the front, but skinny in the rear, just like the A2 barrel was. It wasn't solid all the way back like this one is. This is solid all the way back through. The diameter of the barrel is that way all the way back through, so it's a heavy barrel, a HB. I have a Colt Delta Elite HB AR-15A2. So it looks just like the M16A2. It doesn't have a detachable carry handle like this. It's built into the receiver with the A2 sights. Both rifles, I can't tell them apart, folks, from the Colt or the Bear Creek Arsenal. I got a Palmetto State Armory lower, about $175 for the 24-inch barrel. So I built an Overwatch rifle, and I have an ATN X-Sight 4K Pro, a day-night scope on it, 5 by 20 power, 5 to 20 power, and that's that smart HD scope. It does videos and everything, so it's pretty cool. So I'll use that as my night hunting rifle for coyotes and pigs. I was using a Sightmark Photon, but that fell out of my deer stand and got broke. And I had a 3 to 14 ATN of the same scope, X-Sight 4K Pro, and I sold that. That was mounted on my 224 Valkyrie. I didn't like the Valkyrie, so I got rid of it. And my son liked my 6.5 Grendel, so he's got it. He's got that in the 308. So that's it. Most of my optics I use are Hilux optics, Leatherwood Hilux. I had an M1000 that was on a 223 rifle that was stolen, and I had the M1200 that was on a 308 AR-10 that was stolen. So I lost 2 rifles in a burglary. So anyway, they're gone now. Can't afford to replace them. Insurance didn't want to give me my money. They said no, because I didn't tell them that I had guns when they asked a question. I told them no. I don't think that's anybody's business if you got guns or not, unless you're specifically insuring your gun collection. But anyway, lessons learned. I should have told them. But I don't like it because of the attacks on the Second Amendment. You're looking at a guy that if guns are outlawed, I'll just be an outlaw. And anybody that comes to take it, make your funeral arrangements first. I'm serious about that. Alright, well, you take care. And from North Augusta, South Carolina, this is Rick, Black Rifle. Bye-bye.